How you doing today, folks? Zach Perry back here at 45 HomeLab, and today we're going to be going over our drive checker tool. We've covered this before on our enterprise channel with Brett Kelly and Doug Milburn, but what I'd like to do is I went to our lab and I actually grabbed an SSD that I have in my house for my 10-year-old laptop that just died, and I want to see what kind of health that drive is in, and just a bunch of drives that have definitely seen better days. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we have 15 drives here. We have 10 HDDs, 5 SSDs, one of which, as I mentioned, being my WD Blue drive that I have for my old daily driver laptop. But let's just take a look at what we got here, because we have quite a diverse batch of drives here. So we have a WD Black from, let's see, March 15th, 2011. We also have a brand new drive, WD Red from Western Digital, 14 terabytes. So actually, let's see the date on this one, because it was brand new in the package, but who knows, it could be 10 years old. So let's see, October 1st, 2024. And then we have 3 WD Golds, 4 to 6 terabytes. These are all from 2016, 2010, and I think one is from 2011. Then we have just a regular 400 gig Seagate desktop HDD. Don't see the date on this one because it is pretty worn. Not sure what kind of state it's going to be in. I plugged these drives in enough to see that they would get picked up. They were just in a bin, just collecting dust. So let's just see what else we could do with these. So a few more Seagates. We got a WD Purple here from, let's see, and that is from 2018, so not too old. I did find a drive that was from 2009, but that one just did not power on whatsoever. So oldest one I have right now is one of these Seagate drives that are from 2010, I believe. And then for our SSDs, we have a Toshiba OCZ TL100, which I've never personally used. Let's see, we have my own personal SSD from my HomeLab itself, HP SSD, an S700, a very, very old WD SSD, 500 gig. This one is from, what should be like 2 years old, 2014, so a little bit over the 10-year mark, and we have a 400 gig Seagate Nitro. So let's get these plugged in, and then we will hop into actually using our drive checker tool. And we'll go over a few other things within Linux that you can use to, check your drives out a little bit more, get some more info. So I do recommend, for SSDs at least, having a caddy, because it can be a little daunting to try and plug them in. All right, now we're at the easy ones. Just watch me manhandling these drives that one of them ends up dying.
One eternity later.
All right, so now that we verified that all 15 drives are getting picked up, we are going to first grab our hard drive checker tool at the 45 Drives website. So what we'll do, since we're running Ubuntu 22 here, we're going to copy this link address, and we are going to run wget and paste that. And we'll allow, there we go, wget, and now it's going to take a second just to get all of that, and alrighty, there we go. And then we just need to make it executable. We're running chmod plus x, and then the name. So drive checker, there we go. And now we're going to do /drive checker here, and let's see what it says about our drives. I have no idea what state these are going to be in, but let's see here. So with recent concerns about drives being resold as new, which is still a very prevalent concern, the reason why this was made in the first place, it's more important than ever to verify the condition of your storage drives. This tool helps you quickly assess the health usage, ensuring you get exactly what you paid for. So it's going to check the overall health status, so signs of wear, bad sectors, overall lifespan, the usage history, so how many power on hours it has, smart data analysis, so key indicators like uncorrectable sector counts, command timeouts, etc., and peace of mind. So confirm whether your drives are truly new or if they've been previously used. With this one, we know these have all been previously used except for one, hopefully. So let's press enter here. And then it's going to give us a format that we want to output in. So we're going to keep things simple. We're going to go with just a regular old text output. So let's see what we have here. Our legend up top here, we have green, so that means the drive is new, under 1 hour of usage time. Yellow means the drive is lightly used, between 1 and 500 hours. Let's see, orange means the drive is used between 500 and 35,040 hours of usage time, and red, so means the drive is old with over 4 years of usage time. So we can see all of our drives here, Seagate, Toshiba, Western Digital. So my drive was actually, let's see now, was 1, 2, 3. It should be this one right here. So ooh, that's not good. So yeah, my old daily driver laptop, the SSD that's in it, if this is the correct one, it is old with 49,000, just about 50,000 hours on it. Let's see our newest drive, which would be our WD Red, which was a 14 terabyte, I believe. Let's see if we can track that down. Let's see. And actually, are all of them not showing up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, our WD Red actually isn't showing there. So let's try that again. Let's plug you in. There we go. And let's actually go and check those drives. So if we do a map, actually, let's do an ls block. Okay. 200, 1 tera, 128 gigs, 500, 3.6. Let's just make sure that I was dealing with the right thing here. So yeah, 14 terabytes. It's is a WD Red Pro, serial number FGX. And let's see now. Now, while this might have been brand new in the package, it was also tossed around a little bit, so we might be testing this out with 14 drives instead. But let's see what we have. So we have up to SDN right now. Let's check dmessage, see if it gets picked up at all. So at 11:10:01, and it is now 11:15, so it hasn't been picked up yet. So let's do W here. Doesn't give us a ton of, timestamp info, I should say, but let's go here. So yeah, it looks like that drive isn't getting picked up here. So we'll do 14 drives. Let's go back to our tool here. We'll get a little bit more info. Go over drive checker. And actually, one other thing, if you're more of a JSON person, that is also an option. So let's run through that. We'll get a little bit more info in that way. So let's scroll up here. So SDA, shows the drive here, its current temperature, power on hours, smart status okay. And we can just go through each one of these here. And let's see what we have. So smart status is always showing as okay. And yeah, we can see our power cycle counts here. So being that these drives are pretty old, I would assume that we're going to see power cycle counts here. Some of them are going to be pretty high, 136, 80, 148, 311, 1,731, yeah, 826. Oh, there we go. That might be our winner here. 4,474 power cycle counts. Yeah, I don't think we're beating that one. Let's see, 2,000, 4,828. So that is kind of just our drive checker tool in a nutshell there. Really valuable if you just want to learn about your drives. This is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. You don't have to have a 45 drive system to be able to run this. We want to make sure that anybody who buys drives from really anywhere can check them, no matter what the OS, what kind of hardware you have. And the great thing about it is that, it's open source. We love that here. Big fans of it. Want to make sure nothing's behind a paywall here. But with that said, I'm starting to ramble a little bit. We can call it there for today. Take one more look at our drives here. So our NVMe is the only one that's lightly used. I'm still pretty shocked about my SSD, 50,000 hours. I mean, it tracks. Lots of time playing Steam on that, and then turning it into a daily driver for just programming and whatnot. And I was terrible for turning it off, so it makes a lot of sense, but still works. Well, it might not still work. Let's actually see let's take a little further look at that. So this is another thing. While this does check Smart CTL, it doesn't give the full output of it. So in the JSON, it gives a little bit more, but let's actually see what we have for my drive, I should say. So we can see that it is Seagate. Oh no, that actually isn't my drive, so that's good at least. It's one of the HDDs, the old Seagates there. And let's see, let's see what kind of state you're in. Seek error rate, 49,000, load cycle, let's see. And the funny thing is, Smart still says that it passed and everything. One of those things, I need to look into what the actual parameters are for it to show as failed. I know it's out there somewhere, I just haven't taken the time to look, but that begs the question, what's my drive at then? So let's see. Makes sense, might be a WD Blue, so let's check that one right there, WDC. And let's see now, for Terry. You know what, not important. We just know that mine isn't the very old one, it's just old. So hopefully it still works when I plug it into another system, wipe it out, see what we get on it. But that's kind of the whole thing. With this little bit of information, you can kind of see, okay, is this worth plugging into my system? Maybe you got a drive for free, maybe you got a batch of them from work, people were throwing them out, but just a great way to check all of your drives there. But with that said, I'll stop my rambling. If you want to see everything that we have on offer, head on over to store.45homelab.com. All of our socials are in the description below, along with the link to the drive checker. And with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Get a good view on it. So boom, boom, yep.